Hidden in a wealthy and upkept neighborhood sits a huge abandoned house worth millions of dollars. This was once the dream home of Dr. Baxter, an ambitious woman born in 1936 who, after years of medical school and sacrifice, became one of the best female doctors in her field. As time passed, she married the love of her life and purchased this very home in 1981 in order to start a family in. And as the years went on, life blossomed inside the walls, as 2 children were eventually born and raised inside. But like all things, time moves forward. The children grew up and moved away, and in 2016, tragedy struck when Dr. Baxter's husband passed away. Heartbroken, she continued living inside alone, clinging on to the memories they had built together. She died in 2020, and after that, her children returned and took what they wanted. Keepsakes, important documents, but the rest was left behind. Her BMW still sits in the driveway, and her husband's El Camino rests in the garage, serving as just a glimpse of the lives once lived inside. So come along with me as we uncover their stories before they're gone forever. So here we are starting the video at the outside kind of front of the house. I mean, this is just incredible. A BMW 328i left behind. And look at the license plate, CEO OBG. So some ridge fell for sure, probably pretty powerful. Wow. A little bit of rust kind of starting to form. Nothing too bad, but that could spread and get really bad. I love the contrast with the green and red, and then kind of like the brick and wood mansion back in the background. Let's see here. No dates, but this is a presidential parking daily permit. That might be some sort of office park or something where he worked. This is incredible. Yeah, front door, pretty massive as well. Kind of have the screen and then 2 big wooden double doors. See what it's like inside. We do actually have more plates right there, more CEO OBG plates. And pretty clean in here too, other than that, but oh my gosh, it's hot in here. Wow. Yeah, so it's a manual actually. It smells a little bit moldy. I hope this gets safe soon for sure though. And a whole bunch of stuff in the glove compartment still. Now it looks like the person kind of went up the driveway, made a little turn right here, and just left. I don't know what happened, but I mean, it's pretty crazy. And the tires are really starting to deflate. They're becoming flat. And look at all these cobwebs kind of forming over here. Unfortunately, I think this and the El Camino in the garage is just gonna rot away. Talking about garage, we have a 3-car garage. The El Camino is somewhere here. Super excited to check that out. I'm gonna show you folks a little tour of the outside as well before we head inside. Pretty big right there. We have the garage kind of moving along. There is a lot of stuff actually, pretty big house. Seems like this was broken just from natural decay. I mean, this falling down, rotting. And then we have this kind of enclosed section just completely covered in this like mosquito net. Then a porch, so 3 floors too, basement, first floor, second floor, so quite a lot. And look at this property. I imagine this was well kept once upon a time. Would have looked extremely nice. And there's a lot of pots everywhere. All right, folks, so this is kind of what you see as you first walk in. We are encountered with this massive staircase going up to the second floor, and then the stairs down to the basement. Pretty creepy down there. And look at all these cobwebs forming up. Wow. I hear everything is left down in the basement. I don't know if they moved all their stuff from up here down there. I'm not sure. But, I mean, just straight up in this closet, look at all this stuff. Holy cow. Look at that toy car. It's pretty cool. And then I think there's a Maserati logo. Some pretty cool stuff. A few papers, whatnot. Nothing too interesting. And this most likely is one of the main living rooms of this house. Imagine some chairs, tables, whatnot. It looks like someone did some sweeping over here. Not sure if that was some other explorer, I'm not sure. This piano is pretty neat too. And we could just open it up. It's kind of cool that it slides back, the cover. And look at that, it still works. Beautiful. Look at that detail where the music book would be at. And then we have this kind of second section of the living room over here. I don't know if this was like a small guest room, because we do have a closet over here. Yeah, that's really neat. Look at all that mold and water damage forming up in here. Not good at all for it. And this is cool because the doors actually slide. Really cool touch in that. And back here we have the patio, and look at all the vines just growing all over this house. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. Probably custom fitted kind of drapes here. And here I love these kind of bars that they put on the window. I doubt it's really for anti-theft. It's definitely for just, you know, the vibe. But looks really cool nonetheless. Another look at the front door. Beautiful kind of pattern, and the electric chandelier above. Not the craziest thing we've ever seen, but I mean, it's not bad either. And then the great natural lighting from the windows on either side. We even have this old speaker here. It's a high identity. Oh, it's a radio. Wow, that's old for sure. Been plugged in somewhere once upon a time. And this seems to be maybe an intercom or kind of radio system, loudspeaker around the house. Wow, a lot of stuff is left here. This beautiful dining room. It's kind of like two small chairs set up, and you could, I guess if they have family over or a lot of people, bring them together and make a big one. So it doesn't look like they had a really big family. Oh wow, I can imagine a lot of expensive china in here. And you could even lock this up over here. Really cool. And now just covered with a lot of dust and cobwebs just all over. Yeah, this is really cool. Look at this. Wow. Even kind of like a badminton tennis racket here. Beautiful crystal chandelier. And nature has not been kind to this house either. Oh my gosh. It's really just falling apart. A lot of feces everywhere from animals wandering about. Looks like they were maybe grouping stuff together, before they abandoned everything. Yeah, the breakfast nook right here. Love that kind of modern glass table. And then in contrast, kind of old light, really cool looking, with this thick layer of dust coming down from it. The mold's not too good either. But right next to it, we have the kitchen. Really, really strange that they added some drop ceiling here. That was probably during some, renovation of the house years ago. The overhead lighting is definitely a good touch. Bunch of old kind of retro appliances. Dang, I mean, you could tell just by looking at it. Another kind of old stove here to match. That's cool. It's kind of pan still in there. The old handles are really neat too. Kind of cobwebs growing all over it. There's cleaning supplies and the washing machine. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Right at that hole, there was a raccoon there. There was like a family living in the walls. Oh my gosh. It kind of makes me feel better, but at the same time it doesn't. But anyway, hopefully we'll put that to the side. The main living room here, really beautiful. I mean, it really has the cool combination of carpet, wood, and stone for a kind of really cozy feel. And this was a gas fireplace too, you could tell by the kind of pipes there. And this wood bar above to put a lot of knickknacks and whatnot on it. So I'm sure this was beautiful back in the day. We can have a lot of furniture here. And it looks like there was some sort of something here. You can kind of see the marking of where it was staying at once upon a time. Maybe a table there. And look at this. Box is full of old records. See, keep albums. So this is probably the stuff that the family didn't want. Tchaikovsky, Beethoven, Russian songs. So it seemed like the folks that lived here were definitely into a lot of kind of old classical music, without a doubt. We have this old speakers, Allegro. Really cool. But now, folks, time to check out what I've been waiting for, probably you guys as well, the El Camino. Before that, we have this bathroom here. All these markings on the walls. I believe it is from the raccoons kind of clawing at the walls here. Look at all the cobwebs everywhere, the buildup. Beautiful. And then this laundry room and side door. Pretty outdated appliances too. But now, yeah, let's check it out. Oh my gosh. What a car. She left to rot in this garage here. It's been here for a while. Look at those flat tires. Cobwebs growing all over. And the rust is also terrible. Dang. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Can't believe this is left here. And all the kind of paw prints everywhere. Pretty insane. El Camino right there. Some old rims for it. On the bed too. The line of bed. Definitely one of the worst kind of parts of this house. Just completely caving in, falling apart. Wow. Other than that, just a lot of random stuff around. Just garage stuff, I suppose, but let's see if we can take a look inside. Dang, look at this interior. Holy cow, these old knob switches. It has 13,000 miles on it. Not bad. Very, very cool. It's a shame that's kind of falling apart now. But now time to head upstairs. Hopefully there's no wild animals up here. Kind of nervous about that, but we'll see how that goes. I love this though. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. It's kind of beautiful red tree and then the green car below. Just such a gorgeous contrast. Of course, the natural lighting too. But wow, not looking good. Keep all in closet. So yeah, I guess they wanted to take all of that with them. I'm happy they saved, a lot of their belongings. We got a bedroom here. They even took the drapes, curtains and all that. Kathy to look at all in closet. A lot of stuff in here. Wow. A lot more stuff here too. Look at all this. Blankets, books, suitcases, really anything you can imagine. It's somewhere in this pile. Very decayed bathroom. They took out the mirror here. Taking out everything, dang. Even this, look, it's a whole outside. Oh, wow. Yeah, basic bathroom. I do want to mention this porch though, so beautiful. Imagine walking out here, have a table, chairs, all that, to be able to look outside. Either way, let's head on. There's a lot more cool rooms to check out without a doubt. That one was kind of boring. Now we're kind of approaching the raccoon sounds down in this wing. Let's hope we don't encounter any, shall we? Well, it's gone. Yep, another empty room. Probably the last empty room up here. Kids' room though. Got all this stuff hanging down. Had a lot of boxes, probably, stuff just everywhere. Paintings on the walls. I don't know when they were like emptying out the house, maybe. Pretty big closet too. Pretty big communal bathroom. This is an insane layer of dust here. Holy cow. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Nice view outside. Kind of go to the roof, even. Oh, I'd love to do that. Beautiful day out. Of course, that's probably where the animals came in. So not too happy the owners did that, or whoever did that. That's where the noises were coming from, kind of think it might be in there. Let's hope the raccoon's not in there. But bed frame left behind, which is really cool. Looked like it was a bunk bed, because the ladder. And actually a lot of papers left. Some checks for $650, $615, $50. Some Legos too, definitely had kids. This might have been a kid's room. Well, this one's actually carpet too, which is really interesting. And a whole lot of stuff is here too. Kind of little weights, toys. I imagine, when the kids moved out, they just kept their stuff here. And that's why everything, was just left here. So they don't need it. Just here now. A lot of dolls, toys, probably had boys and girls living at this house once upon a time. Double closet, always great to see as well. But yeah, folks, happy to see no raccoons upstairs. Happy to see that for sure. Hopefully there's none downstairs as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff here actually. It smells terrible, folks, but take a quick look. Wow. I've been flooded at some point. But I mean, walking around here, look at this. So much stuff is left. Yeah, just lawn care equipment. I guess I can understand why this is left. Owners didn't really need it. They definitely kept a nice backyard though, nice property. There's a lot of pots as well. Yeah, this all water damage just seems kind of bringing these down. Even a little gun. Books, little toys, knickknacks. Even more hubcaps for another car. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright folks, so we're ending off the video right here. I think it was an incredible explore, especially because the two cars were left behind. I don't know how you do that. They took away all the the clothes, the family photos, the really valuable possessions, but they didn't take the cars for whatever reason. But it certainly made the video better. I hope you guys liked it as much as I did. And if you want to see more, which there will be, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.